when I look at mental health, I more think about the burnout, and I do dive deep with a lot of my clients. And I could say from my experience, what I've experienced in terms of working with people is, yes, there is this sometimes need for trying to be somebody who you aren't, and there's a lot of pressure involved within that, and it goes deeper than, I mean, we're just kind of in a jokey way, you know, sometimes people might lose a little bit of their accents, and sometimes it might be natural because you do pick up different things with different people, I understand that. But what's really interesting is how you can lose a sense of self because you are trying to impress your boss, impress your mum, impress your father, whoever has put that pressure on you. Sometimes you're living life just to be accepted, just to be acknowledged. And we're not always born powerful, inspirational human beings. We become that way. And we live in a life, especially living in the Western world, where, especially for my generation, where you've sometimes had to put on this facade, and it's about survival. Sometimes it is about survival. Sometimes you have no choice. Sometimes you do have to fit in. I think about my parents coming over, of that generation. My parents came over during the Windrush generation. And, you know, a lot of them probably would have had Jamaican accents and would have had to have spoken a little bit probably clearer or differently for people just to get jobs and to survive. And even now there's prejudice. You know, you think of the call, you think of the lines when you pick up a phone call and you're ringing, I don't know, British Telecom, or you're ringing somebody and there's someone with an Asian accent on the phone. And some I've heard this where people are saying, you know, they don't understand that person. They wish they'd get some more English people to do certain things, because racism involved. There's all kinds of things where we kind of judge people for who they are. And then if they speak similar to you, you feel, okay, I feel comfortable in that pressure. But the other side of that, from the mental health perspective, is sometimes when you are trying to be someone you are not, that can be the first layer, that unauthenticness of taking you down a road where you could get really, really, really kind of pressurized just to try to fit in because it's not who you are. And that's a starting point, or could be a starting point, because I'm aware that everybody's case is different with regards to mental health. And, you know, it's a huge subject anyway, and there's loads of layers, anxiety, burnout, there's loads of layers to it. But that could contribute to unauthenticity and that lack of connection with oneself. So yes, I'll let this answer to that question. There is ways that it can be affected, but we'd have